If he's not jabbing, he has no defense. If he's not going to jab, the guy's going to walk right in on him like he did. Next fight, use your jab, different fight. For the final uppercut, so he can anticipate the combination. If he was flipping the jab, the guy wouldn't do the combination. When he was jabbing, Canelo should be moving, flipping it.
Mike Tyson surprised the boxing world by offering Canelo Alvarez an unexpected tactical tip for defeating Terence Crawford in their highly anticipated fight. Meanwhile, Crawford expressed his excitement about facing another elite champion like Canelo, saying their September 13th bout will be a night fans remember for years. Speaking with genuine enthusiasm, he voiced confidence that their showdown will deliver the kind of top-level action that keeps boxing alive in the hearts of its fans.
Definitely honored to be in that situation, in a position to share the ring with another great. You know, it's going to be a hell of a night come September 3rd.
Crawford acknowledged that both he and Canelo faced criticism after their recent performances, noting that fans are eager to see them redeem themselves. He promised to adopt a more aggressive approach in this fight, assuring viewers of not action from the opening bell. For Crawford, this bout is not only about winning, but also about proving to the world that he is still one of the most dangerous fighters in boxing.
It's his performance against William Skull. Did you take more confidence from that fight?
A lot of people criticized my last performance, so, you know what I mean? We both need to step it up, I guess.
That's one from me, Terence. Obviously, we've seen Turkey Al-Sheikh mention no Tom and Jerry fights. You've said yourself you're going to put it on him, you're going to come for him. Do we see an explosive Terence Crawford that people won't have been expecting to see?
That's why you got to watch the fight so you can see.
I'll get a message to Canelo.
See you soon.
Mike Tyson offered a cautionary view, advising Crawford to avoid the fight due to the significant size difference between the two. He highlighted Crawford's less dominant moments against the larger, awkward Israil Madrimov, suggesting that such physical disadvantages could pose a serious threat when facing a powerful and skilled opponent like Canelo Alvarez.
What do you think about Terence Crawford calling out Canelo?
You know, I don't like that fight.
Why not?
I don't like that fight. It's just too much weight, you know, and he had a close fight with the last guy he fought, Terence, but this guy was big and he was awkward. He was really awkward. He shouldn't have fought that guy. He should have fought a guy that would just come straight at him. The guy was too awkward.
He's herky-jerky.
Yeah.
Tyson advised Canelo to rely heavily on his jab as a primary weapon against Terence Crawford. He explained that a sharp, consistent jab could disrupt Crawford's rhythm, limit his offensive bursts, and create openings for heavier punches later. In the fight, Tyson emphasized that this simple, yet often underestimated tool could be the key to breaking Crawford's game plan.
He's not jabbing, he has no defense. If he's not going to jab, the guy's going to walk right in on him like he did. Next fight, use your jab, different fight. Jab. When he was jabbing, Canelo should be moving, flipping the jab for the final uppercut. So he can anticipate the combination. If he was flipping the jab, the guy wouldn't do the combination.
Former contender Gabe Rosado slightly favored Canelo to win, basing his view on stylistic matchups. He recalled how William Skull's movement and awkward rhythm led Canelo to avoid pressing too aggressively, instead conserving energy for strategic moments. Rosado also pointed out that Madrimov's physicality troubled Crawford at 154 pounds, adding that facing Canelo at a full 168 pounds presents a far greater and more dangerous challenge.
Madrimov did give Crawford problems. I favor Canelo, not by a lot, but I do favor him. I just think that, you know, I think the Skull fight was just a bad style. And I think Canelo was like, why force the issue? You know what I mean? I'm up. This guy's running. I'm not going to take a chance. So I think that it was that kind of fight for Canelo. But Madrimov did give Crawford problems. You know what I'm saying? And where I felt like, damn, at 54, he gave you problems. 68 is different.
Terence Crawford, on the other hand, appears fully locked in and mentally prepared, dedicating his training camp to refining technique, increasing intensity, and maintaining a disciplined fight plan. Every sparring round and conditioning drill is carefully designed to prepare for Canelo's unique combination of strength and skill. His camp is described as laser-focused, with zero distractions allowed as he prepares for the biggest fight of his career.
You have to be relentless. You have to never let off the gas, never stop, never quit. Never allow anyone to talk you out of the dream, the vision, and ideas. And understand that for every level, there's another devil. It is the devil's job to create challenges, issues, and conflicts, insecurities, fear, because he wants to put you to a test. But I can tell you now, I piss the devil off every day because I just don't stop. And the devil is so mad. This guy, doesn't matter if he gets sick, it doesn't matter what happens to his money or his finances. Every time he gets out of his bed and he's on a mission to get it done. And as you begin to look at your life,
Trainer Josie Benavidez Sr. gave a blunt assessment, claiming Crawford is no longer the fighter he once was, citing a decline in reflexes, punching power, and footwork. He predicted Canelo would likely aim for a knockout, forcing Crawford to depend on quick scoring bursts and constant movement to stay in the fight. In his view, this dynamic sets the stage for a tense, higher-risk bout where a single mistake from Crawford could decide the outcome.
Crawford has not been looking really good. We saw how he looked in his past fight. So Canelo, you know, like I said, you know, the reflex are not there. You know, this power's not there. The knees are not the same. So Canelo's going to try to knock him out, but Crawford's going to do what he does best. He's going to move around, try to win the rounds, touch him, and move, you know. I think if Crawford stays, Canelo can knock him out, you know, because Canelo's the bigger guy. I don't think Crawford's going to come and give the fans what they want, you know. He don't care, you know. He's just going to come and win and beat them. I don't know if they're going to give it to him, but it's just going to be a Tom and Jerry.
British fighter Jack Catterall praised both men as exceptional athletes but ultimately leaned toward Crawford as the likely winner. He stressed that a Crawford victory should not be seen as an upset, as his skill set and adaptability give him the tools to succeed against nearly anyone in the sport.
I've been changing my mind, chopping and changing. Two tremendous fighters in their own right. I won't call it an upset, but I'm going for a Crawford victory.
Virgil Ortiz expressed doubt that Terence Crawford can beat Canelo Alvarez due to the size and weight difference, noting that Crawford is moving up 3 weight classes to face one of boxing's best, while praising Crawford's intelligence. In skill, Ortiz believes Canelo's strength, size, and sharpness give him the advantage. He pointed to Canelo's check hook against Baranga as proof of his elite timing. Ortiz admitted Crawford has a chance, but said that if he wins, Crawford would become his #1 fighter of all time.
He is, but if he beats Canelo, he'll be like my #1 fighter of all time.
You don't think Crawford beats Canelo?
I don't think so. And look, hear me out. I respect Crawford and everything that he's doing, but he just moved up from 147, so I'm just going to treat him as a 147 pounder. He's jumping up 3 weight classes to fight someone who was like the #1 fighter in all of boxing. You know, the jump would be hard, even if it was just like some top 10,
right? Yeah.
You know,
Bud, would you say he's a very smart fighter?
Yes.
Very calculated, right? Don't you think that maybe he sees something that most people aren't seeing?
I think he does, but the thing is he going to be able to even like to capitalize on it? Because he's a smaller fighter. And look, I think people are thinking at the aspect of, can Crawford do it? Yes, I think he can do it.
Veteran trainer Robert Garcia warned about the risks of adding too much muscle before the fight, cautioning that excess weight could slow Crawford's footwork, weaken his combinations, and take away the very tools that make him special. He compared the situation to Floyd Mayweather's strategy, noting that Floyd succeeded against larger opponents by relying on skill, timing, and intelligence rather than trying to match them in size.
With Crawford, I think gaining too much weight and too much muscle might affect them. If they're thinking of surviving and being able to take a punch and being able to go rounds, then they're trying to maybe go the distance and they'll be happy with that. But I think Crawford's natural talent, Mayweather had it, you know, you guys were just mentioning right now, that Mayweather never needed to gain weight and never needed to be heavy to be able to beat those bigger guys. I think Crawford's skills, we give Crawford a chance because we know how good he is, how, you know, his skills, his speed, his combinations. But if he's gaining so much weight, he might not be able to do those. He might not be able to have those same skills when it comes to his speed, his footwork, because of the weight.
Abel Sanchez praised both Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez as intelligent, skilled fighters, but leaned toward Canelo due to his size and defensive ability. He noted that Canelo has taken big punches from strong opponents like Gennady, Dmitry Bivol, and Sergey Kovalev without showing signs of fading, proving his ability to absorb power. Sanchez added that Crawford tends to get hit more, even at 154 pounds, and said that no matter how good Crawford looks or how much weight he adds, facing someone with Canelo's strength and size is an entirely different challenge.
First of all, Terence Crawford is a great fighter, but so is Canelo. I think that, in my opinion, their IQ is similar, except Canelo doesn't get hit like Crawford gets hit. In my opinion, Canelo's a bigger man. Not that he started out as a bigger man, but he's now a bigger man. He has been hit by not only Gennady, who's one of the biggest punchers that I've ever coached and I've ever seen, but he's also been hit by Bivol, by Kovalev, who's a big puncher. You know, he's been hit by big guys. Crawford had a hard time with a 154-pounder who hit him often. So I think that no matter how much weight he puts on, no matter how smart he thinks he is or how big he thinks he is, he's going to be getting hit by a truck.
Former multi-division world champion Shane Mosley confidently predicted a Canelo victory in the upcoming bout, while acknowledging Crawford's exceptional skill and ability to beat anyone. Mosley believes Canelo's strength, experience at 100 lbs and proven strategy will carry him to victory on September 13th. He expressed his support for Canelo, saying he doesn't expect him to have much trouble if he sticks to his usual game plan. What's your take on the Canelo versus Crawford showdown? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out our other videos.